Alright, we are going to do a practical experiment today. I've got my Avery 2048 watt solar generator. I've got an induction cooktop. This is Duck's top. Bought this on Amazon, my own money. I have the kitchen box that I made for the van. I'll show you that real quick. And I have this box here. You know what's in here? My lunch. So I didn't eat this morning, which was a mistake because I got here this morning, started moving a bunch of stuff around the shop. I tried to start a project. The people inside the house needed me to do something. That turned into a nightmare. And when you haven't eaten yet, you know how that goes. So I'm also trying to, you guys, I mentioned before, I've gained some weight lately. Part of that is I normally do this fasting thing where I don't eat till 10 or 11 o'clock. The problem is if I come here early in the morning and I got to eat, I was usually driving home to eat, and I thought, well, maybe I could cook here. That'll save me drive time back and forth. So we'll see how this goes. At any rate, we'll get to all this. This here is just a plywood box I made. Okay. The top comes off. This is normally not in here. I just pop that in there because it's somewhere else usually. So we got this here, this setup here. And this tray lifts out. And then inside there's another storage compartment. So I can put food and whatnot in here if I want. And I've actually got some noodles in here. Got my coffee pot in here. And I could basically store everything I need in this box. I just haven't set it up yet because I haven't used it out in the field, so to speak. But what I do have in here that we're going to use right now is my cast iron. I got this lid that I've had. I found this in an attic with a bunch of other stuff back in like the 1980s, and it kind of fits just right on here, and I'll show you how I like to cook with this in a moment. You have to be able to stick a magnet to something for it to work on an induction cooktop. So cast iron will work. I found that that's a good size for camping, just right. And I've got my GI issued World War II little cook set here that I can put the eggs in afterwards. Got my US marked GI issue World War II spoon. And I've got this old K-bar little set here, which we're going to use to eat with. And you don't have to watch me eat, don't worry. I'm not going to put you through that. We got that right there. So I'll put that off to the side here. Keep all this up here so you guys can see it. The beauty of this design is you can stand on this box, you can sit on this box, you can place other things on top of the box, so it's a good thing. I didn't put any finish on it. I never rounded over the edges. I might even do that today. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what kind of mood I'm in, depending on how this goes, because I'm not in the best mood. You guys know, if you've been following lately, you know. Let's write this out real quick. Now, I haven't used this yet, so I have no idea how it's going to work, if it's going to work. So I'm doing this all real time for you guys, right? Alright, put this off to the side here. Let's turn this sucker on. And we're at 94%, which is good. Brand new. Haven't even read the instructions. What else is new? Okay. There's a button here you have to engage. It is on. There's a power button. I'm going to hit that. Heating. Now, we got temp, hot. Let's see here. Heat. There's a timer. We don't need that. Okay, there's an on-off to start. I don't know. Let's hit on. Oh, I see. 5.5 pot. Okay, this is, I don't know how this works. Maybe I should read the instructions, but right now it's on 5.0. Then it goes to pot. I'm going to have to pause this so I can figure out how this thing works. Sorry. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Alright, so I think it's pretty simple. I think it looks like the pot has to be on here first. There we go. And so there's a little guide in here with numbers, and I guess medium-ish, medium-high, medium-low is usually what I like. We're just going to put it at 9. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that's getting hot already. Wow. All right. Let's get our ingredients out. Here's a bag of cheese. We got some butter. Put some butter in here. Oh yeah. Probably too much butter. I got some pre-mixed spices here. I got my eggs. Look at this. Seems a little hot. Let's turn this down. If I take this off, yeah, see, this is a problem. I just noticed something I don't like. I like to pick the pan up and move the butter around in the pan, but if I do that, this shuts off. I'm going to do this here. Because I want to get the butter around the edges. Put it back down. Goes right back. Okay, we're okay. Let's crack some eggs here. Alright, now, we might have to turn it up a hair, but we'll see. Let's put our cheese in here. I got some Swiss, some mozzarella, and some goat cheese. This is not normally how I apply it, so... Probably too much cheese. Can you ever have enough cheese? Is there such a thing as too much cheese? Maybe for this pot. Alright, let's do that. Alright. I'll take my pre-mixed spices, which... I've got some paprika in here. I don't even know what I have in here, so there's no point in getting too deep into it. Alright. Let's let that cook. So... Sorry about the confusion in the beginning. I didn't realize that the pan had to actually be on the cooker for it to start working. Now, we're taking in 1,000, or, it's taken out 1,245 watts. So that's a lot. Now, keep in mind, that's only for as long as you're cooking, all right? We were at 91. We're already down to 90%. We were at 99 hours. Right now we're at 74. 74 minutes remaining. Holy cow, it's cooked already. I'm going to shut that off. I'm just going to put this right here. That's already cooked. It's probably overcooked. I like my... no, it's perfect. This is perfect. I'm kind of amazed. Let's go ahead and unplug this. So, it's warm still, I can feel it. Now we're back to 90%. This now says 6, okay, so this is adjusting right now. It says 63 hours. It's kind of hard for me to believe it went down 1 percentage and it went from 99 to 63 hours left. So I think this thing has to kind of set. Let's turn off the AC. There we go. Now we're back up to 99 hours left. So, okay. Cool. Let's get this out of here. I left this on so the heat will steam the top. So something about cast iron that I've found is that I like to cook it, get to the point where it's almost done, and then I usually take it off the heat. At home, it's gas, so I leave it on the stove top. I just take off the heat, but I keep it covered. So the steam from that heat puts a nice little cooking edge over the top of the egg yolks, but it doesn't make them hard. It keeps them still soft, but not overly runny. Just my thing. Well, that cooked so quick that the handle didn't even get real hot. What do you guys think about when people put the leather wrap on the cast iron? Is that something I should do? Cast iron, if it's properly seasoned, will be non-stick. Now here's the key I found is you don't want to cook meat in the same pan. You can, and they say that if you add a little bit of oil to the butter, it'll keep the meat from kind of searing to the pan, and then the problem with that is you got that texture on there you got to scrape off. So I try not to use the same pan for meat. I do it at home, but I go through a whole process of scraping, which we're not going to do here. This went a lot faster than I thought. I mean, I didn't time that, but I guess I'll look at the you know, what I'm doing right here, the footage, and we'll see. I got to tell you, I'm telling you right now, that seemed a lot faster than all the time it takes for me to do the gas, the little propane stove and everything, and get that to cook. It definitely takes longer with a flame heat. That's amazing. I've been on the fence about induction this whole time. This is my thing, man. All you do with this is you wipe it out. Now look how clean that is. That's all. Simple as that. It's nice if you have a dedicated spot for it where it's not going to screw up anything else in your camper build or whatever. This is hot. This is definitely hot. That's still hot, but it's cooling down pretty quick. And now I'm eating. If I had a little bread, it would be nice, but I got to cut the bread out, man. We got to cut the bread out. So the thought was maybe I will bring this with me and cook a meal, because you see how fast that was? Because then I can come here in the morning, I can get here earlier, I can get work done, I can cook, and do that. Now, months ago, I lost a bunch of weight. I was feeling really good. I was down to the very last hole on my belt, and or I had one hole left on the belt. Feeling great. And at that time, I was doing hard-boiled eggs. You guys might remember I was doing the pickled egg thing, and it was okay, but I felt like in the end it was a waste of time. The pickle juice that you get from pickles, when you put your eggs in that, that's way better. It's easier. So I might just go through that again. Can you buy pickle juice? I got to do some more research with that. Because bringing 4 pickled eggs to work, if that's all I ate, that filled me up. And I was good for the whole day. Protein will do that to you. And I didn't need to eat anything else. And I was saving time and all that. So, it takes a little time for me to set this up. It took a little time to set this up for you. If I just had 4 hard-boiled eggs, it's easy. I don't eat all the time like everybody else, like, oh, I want this delicious thing. This is delicious, by the way. But for me, it's sustenance. I want to get it in me, and then I want to get back to work. I don't want to sit around, talking about the food and everything. I just want to get it in my system and get back to work. So, Woo. Hot, hot, hot. Oh. Hot, but so good. I'll leave you with that. We're calling this a success. I'm going to do some work. I'm going to make this little box thing that's going to fit over the top of this, that my little power station could fit on top of. It's not going to be built in there. It's just going to sit over the top of it. And I might work on that fold down on the other part of my kitchen that comes out of the back side of the van. And then I got to figure this out. I think I'm going to run I got a 12 volt plug that's in the plywood of my build when I open my back doors. And I might go ahead and get a female plug and install it in there as well, and then run that cord up to where this power station sits behind the front seat. So I can plug that in whenever I want and just turn that on and go back, and I'll be able to cook outside or just plug this into that if I want to do it that way. If I want to cook inside the van, it'll work just like you saw in the previous videos with that build that I've been doing. Anyhow, that's it. I hope you guys got something out of this. I'm pretty stoked. And I'll finish this up, and then you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get back to work.